video sip. Hello there, video people. It's Ash here from Well Played, and 2023 is the year that we get more video content out there. And I'd like to welcome you to my very first video, where I'm going to be looking at the beta for a game called Ripout. Now, immediately on the surface, Ripout represents a very strange, very dark-looking biomechanical sort of pseudo-horror game. That's the way I'm going to describe it. You seem to have a living organism weapon type thing, some kind of cyborg that shoots and also has little creepy legs, but it also seems like it can jump out and grab stuff for you. Now, full disclosure, I have played this game a couple of times already, but you're not missing anything because all of those particular outings into Ripout were complete disasters. My very first time playing the game, it did not run on my computer. It was the first time I've ever had to drop my render scale down to something absurd like 50%. And that was just not going to work for video content, so scrubbed it. The second time that I played the game, the W key on my keyboard actually died. The switch just stopped functioning. And in a first-person shooter, the idea of moving forward appeals to me. And even though I decided to rebind the key to S and then have ZXC as sort of my back, left, right strafe, doing that felt so heinously wrong, I was pretty sure I was on some kind of list for psychopaths. The third time I played the game, I actually put some proper time into it, and by proper time I mean like 9 minutes, and I realized that I had clearly no idea what I was doing. So today, I'm going to replay what I've experienced with the game, but what I'll do first is I'm going to reset my campaign progress. That's 9 minutes I'll never get back. And then we're going to go into settings, because I think the big thing I'm missing here is that a key component of the gameplay is using your organic gun pet creature thing, it sounds about right, to grab things that become new weapons for you. So, use retrieve module. That sounds like a good start. So what we're going to do is, it's Q. One of the most accessible keys on the keyboard, and I don't think I've ever tried pushing it. We're going to jump into solo play. The TLDR for the actual thing is that basically Earth created this thing called the Cell, and it gained sentience and became our enemy, like all great foibles of mankind. And what happens is the game actually starts in a pretty interesting hub area, which I assume is my ship. I've got a self-rescue token. The game, I don't want to say it's roguelike, but I think that when you die, you're done, you go back to your ship. The revive token is a mulligan. You can keep trying from where you left off. We will jump into Mia. Now, full disclosure, there is very little information about this game currently on the internet. There's some Reddit threads from people talking about impressions, but there's not really anything I would describe to be a how-to guide. In fact, on the main menu, the tutorial button, it's grayed out, as in like it's not there yet. And that's because this game is in active development. It says very clearly on the top left-hand side, beta. So, let's interact with the shell terminal. Big old alien vibes here, sort of the slow fade or slow arrival at a station. Environments are very cool. Okay, some kind of looty thing. Dead dude is super dead. Oh, hello. What's going on over here? Oh, what are you? Come back here. Oh, go little thing. Okay. Ooh! So this is one of my retrieve modules. So my little gun alien friend has a... Oh. I'm running out of oxygen. Am I? Oh no, that's my stamina. Okay, I'm freaking out for no reason. Okay, let's work with the checkpoints that I've got here. So, security point. This seems like a checkpoint. Okay, airlock. It's a little gun. Oh god, there's another doggo thing. There's noises that are indicating things are happening, but I don't really know what they are. Ow! Bro! Oh, he just picked up one of the gun things. Okay. Aha! Dude, shoulder-mounted gun. Off to a great start here. Okay, I don't think you're hurting anyone. Okay, and... return fire. I feel like a predator! Embrace death, rescuing token. Let's use the... Oh my god, where did you come from? I've got a flashlight and no health. How did it sneak up on me? Oh god, there's 2 of them. There's 3 of them! This seems brutal. Okay. I don't want to put this in a way that makes it sound like it's supposed to be, but more that it's very in the vein of. But it reminds me a lot of Doom. Not that Doom. This Doom. Do you remember the fun of having to try and see everything in the dark because things were dark and that the enemies all sort of look like glossy, scary plasticine monsters? But again, they were nice design. Ripout has really cool aesthetics. It has a really cool environment, and the enemies, like I've only seen 3 of them, but they are suitably gross and bio-horror-ish. But I just don't quite grasp the actual objective. And apart from the opening text crawl that just tells me that I'm part of a boarding operation, I don't quite grasp what's going on. Online, what I've seen is references to playing the game with friends, and also the fact that it says that I'm part of a squad. So what this leads me to believe is that this game is supposed to be played co-op. So when you take that into account, what I'm seeing here is possibly a horde shooter, or at least some kind of mission-based salvage operation, watch your 6, you know, check out the Bravos at the top level. And in that, I see a hell of a lot of potential. So from looking around the ship and trying to find different ways of accessing missions, I haven't yet really understood if I can jump into something more my speed, or whether or not there's something that says, hey, I'm playing by myself. An issue that I keep running into, and it's not really all that surprising, is the fact that when I do go and have a look at multiplayer games, there's nothing there. And that comes from it being beta. So let's get back to impressions. I cannot do worse than I did last time. So the things I need to keep in mind here is that I might be playing a game that's designed for more than one person. It's a shield! Okay, so I don't need to shoot all the little things crawling around because technically they're power-ups. What are you? Still getting frame drop on a computer that definitely can handle this game. That just said I could pick an enhancement? Pet cooldown, I guess. Ammo is still an issue. But I think the game's just based around that. What does blue mean? Is blue ammo? Crafting component? Well, this looks suitably awful. What am I supposed to do in here? What do I do? I have... Oh, God. What is that? Oh, God. Dude, I'm being attacked by jawbreakers? Or like... Okay. Ammo. Ammo. Ooh! Oh, that is awful. No, I don't like this at all. Please let me jump over the desk and get out of here. Oh, God, there's like explosive acid things. Don't, no. Not like this. Go get him, little alien thing. I have 5 bullets. Make them count. Oh, God, it's the things. I don't want to die to marbles on the floor. This is embarrassing when you see me trying to aim. Go get him. I have such little health. I'm just throwing my dude at him. And it's weird. His head popped off. This room looks awful. Cool. I walked up to that and pressed the button and I've selected something. Am I really supposed to just attack this guy with my nibbly gun friend? Because that... If it's viable, by all means. But it just seems weird. You know what? What I found here is a security point. Close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door. Ammo? I don't think I did that right at all. And just like that. And, I mean... I guess that's fitting for how terribly I was doing the game itself. Rather than me dying, the game decided to die, so... Interesting. So how do I feel about Ripout? I mean... Let's be honest, it's a game that's very odd, it has a very ambitious design, but it's got me interested. It's clearly in development. There's still a lot to be done, but what is there so far is so polished, and it is intriguing. Because it's got this interesting sort of like dynamic where the power-ups that you're after, they literally have legs, and the enemies can take them as well. Like if you were going to distill it down, strip away the space horror elements, strip away the bio horror elements, and just get down to the brass tacks, this is a first-person shooter where the power-ups can be used by both you, your allies, and the enemy, and it comes down to who can grab them first. Now, ammo things, I'm not sure if I was doing something wrong. Ammo just seemed to be incredibly scarce, and I mean, I've played survival type games where they're supposed to be sort of a dynamic where you can't just run and gun everything, but like, I feel like in that experience, I couldn't run and gun anything, which that seems strange. It's a game that I definitely want to see if I can play with more people, but as far as impressions go, it's on my radar. This is something I want to see develop, and I want to see it reach its destination because, I mean, the journey that I'm currently on with it is really unique. So that is Ripout, or at least Ripout as I managed to sort of see it. I probably did a terrible job. I'm not going to lie to anyone. I'm not MLG Pro when it comes to new games. Please, by all means, check it out on Steam. Have a look at the subreddit when it starts to get posts. And obviously, as it starts to get closer to release, check out what it's going to turn into. Because right now, these ingredients, they seem pretty sweet. It just sort of comes together whether they're going to coalesce and turn into something really worth sinking your teeth into. Right now, good for a nibble, but I don't think it's going to fill you up. Thanks for checking out the video, and if you have a little bit of time up your hands, why don't you check out some of these other videos that we have on our YouTube channel, including this banger by Zach, where he talks about some of the coolest adventure games that came out in 2022. Like Beacon Pines. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Oh, it's so good. With that, I'm Ash from Well Played, and I'll see you in the next one.